Hi everyone, and welcome to Lake, a news show about Bellevue. I'm Robin Hasseth with Bellevue Parks and Community Services. For our March show, we bring you clues to help you avoid a financial scam and a new probation program that offers an alternative to court fees and even jail. But first, let's look at some recent developments in the news. Bellevue officials are reaching out to residents as they prepare the city's next budget. In late February, Finance Department staff presented a budget overview at a neighborhood leadership gathering.
Budget 1 is the name we give to our budget process. The City of Bellevue uses a budgeting for outcomes approach. Some refer to this as priorities of government. What it is a meaningful way to talk about the way the city provides services and how we fund those services. It's more of a results-oriented budget process.
Then participants took part in an interactive exercise to provide important feedback about residents' budget priorities.
The biggest challenge for the City Council is really satisfying all of the citizens and figuring out how to spend the money and satisfying all of the various communities within the City of Bellevue.
The event was organized by the city's neighborhood outreach team. Work on the 2015-2016 spending plan will continue through the end of the year. There'll be more opportunities for public comment, including 3 budget hearings before the City Council. The fire department is holding community information sessions this month on how to survive a heart attack and what happens next. Here's Lieutenant Richard Burke with more information.
It's a beautiful sunny day, and you're in the downtown park. You notice a jogger slows down and stops. You ask him if he's all right.
Oh my God.
He collapses. You call 911.
911 emergency. His heart was hurting, his chest was hurting.
What happens next? I'm Lieutenant Richard Burke with the Bellevue Fire Department. Surviving a heart attack is the focus of Heart Week 2014. We want our citizens to follow all of the suggestions of their doctors. Lower your cholesterol. Watch your diet and your blood pressure. Exercise every day. Quit smoking. But the fact is, Bellevue Medic 1 responds to 4 to 6 cardiac events every day, 365 days out of the year. Our goal is to provide some quality, basic information for our citizens to recognize the signs and symptoms of a heart attack. Be willing to call 911 early and have an understanding of what happens next. Please join us March 18th through the 21st at Overlake Hospital, Bellevue City Hall Council Chambers, Bellevue Square, and Crossroads Mall. Please check our website at www.bellevuewa.gov for specific times and dates.
Okay, you're at downtown Bellevue Park. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
all right.
7, 8.
The Bellevue Fire Department is proud to serve our community.
Just as the fire department wants to help people prevent a heart attack, Bellevue's police department wants to prevent you from being the target of a financial scam. Officer Carla Iafrate shares some warning signs that can help.
Hi, I'm Officer Carla Iafrate with the Bellevue Police Department, and I'd like to share some crime prevention tips for financial scams. These tips are also listed on the Bellevue Police Department website, www.bellevuewa.gov/police. The Bellevue Police Department frequently shares crime prevention tips and reminders. Don't be a victim. Financial scams often target senior citizens. Here are a few warning signs that you may be the target of a financial scam. A stranger asks you to do something involving large sums of money. A stranger claims they found money or lottery winnings, or they are a person from another country wanting help to place large amounts of money in a bank or a charity. They ask you to show cash up front to prove you are trustworthy. An accomplice may pretend to be a stranger who happens to walk up at the time of the transaction. They act to reassure you and will often pretend to participate by putting in additional money. Or sometimes an accomplice will call someone who they claim to be their lawyer to lend credibility to the scam. Remember, if somebody wants you to give them large sums of money to help them or for the promise of more money, call 911 when it's safe, or have your bank teller call 911 for you. Thanks for watching. I'm Officer Carla Iafrate from the Bellevue Police Department.
There are a lot of underground pipes and wires in the city, and it's important to find out where they are before you start to dig. In our next segment, we learn how the city is more efficiently responding to requests to locate utilities.
The public's responsibility is, by law, they're required to call 48 hours before they dig or break ground. Anytime they're going 12 inches or deeper, they have to make that call. And if they don't and they damage a facility or there's damage anywhere, they're liable and have to pay for it. So whenever there's a contractor or a homeowner or anybody that's going to do work, they call 811. It's a universal number, and based on where their location is, where they're digging, that service pages out all the people that are listed that have utilities, and then they're required to respond within 48 hours of that call coming in. In about 2006, 2007 in Bellevue, we had a huge spike in the economy. There was a lot of development going on, and across the board we were having a very difficult time keeping up and meeting that 48-hour deadline. You know, it was putting a strain on resources because we had a lot of other things going on that needed to get done, but we were putting up to 2 and 3 guys out there every single day. They would each basically go out to one location and mark their utility. So you'd have 3 separate people at one site putting the paint down for their particular pipe utility. I felt like that there was some efficiencies to be gained, so I pitched an idea to the superintendent at the time, and we did a pilot in 2008 and had a process for 2009 to start doing things the new way.
You want me to have them take a look at the meter?
The locate tickets were still being sorted the same way, but instead of 3 people going to the same site, we divided the city up into thirds. And so we trained the other people from the other sections how to locate the other utilities, and then they would go out to their section of the city, and then they would mark all 3 of the pipe utilities instead of just one. There's emergency locates that come in throughout the day, and those would come in on that fax, and then the admin section up front would have to just go back there and check periodically and see if there was one in there, and then they would have to dispatch a crew out for that over the radio. Now the crews get it directly in the field on their tablet and they go respond to it right away. So we've saved a lot there, and then we've just saved a ton in fuel costs. In addition to the cost savings, we're helping the environment out by going paperless. It saves on wear and tear on vehicles because they're not driving all over the city. Saving, you know, just in the general traffic congestion itself, because guys are kind of staying in their areas, and then when one area gets a higher workload than the other area, then they might move over there and help each other out a little bit. It's helping us stay caught up, and when it comes to rates and what people pay for their utility rates, it's helping keep their rates low because we're streamlined now and we're looking for those efficiencies. And you know, even since we've refined it, we still continue to look for ways to get even faster and better at it. And you know, our bottom line is we're always trying to look at what we can do to sustain that, but yet keep the rates low for the ratepayers, because that's, you know, that's really important to us.
As that story reminds us, it's always a good idea to call 811 before you dig. You might expect people convicted of a crime to be cautious about telling their story, but we recently spoke to some individuals who were very willing to share their thoughts on a new program by the city's Probation Services. It helps them pay for their crimes with work that makes a positive difference.
The best part is the morning. It was just beautiful, and like it made me feel good, you know, because like not everybody's doing what they should be, and when I'm here I feel, you know, more attentive.
This is the Bellevue Work Crew program, and I would say the main purpose is for defendants to get back kind of in the mainstream of life. First and foremost, it's an alternative to jail. It's allowing for them to either be out here in lieu of jail time, depending on what the offense was, the ability to work off court fines or probation fees.
I participated in the work program because I thought it was a better option than sitting in jail. When you're in jail, you can't do anything. When you're out of jail, you can do what you want to do, and you can still get your court stuff taken care of. And it kind of feels good just being a part of Bellevue community. I'm actually helping instead of sitting in jail.
Rather than paid with jail, You know, I just, there was another options to do, you know, work crew to pay my fines and, you know, to stay closer with my family.
I've been a probation officer in this field for 23 years, so I didn't expect there to be such a buy-in. People get out here, they get it done with minimal, you know, supervision.
A typical day is like strenuous. It's a lot of hard work. You stay busy.
It's one day out of the week. You know, it's from 7:30 in the morning till 4:30.
As you can see, this isn't just, you know, people out here breaking rocks and there's no benefit to it. I mean, there's an actual product that's coming out of it. It's going to be visible to the public.
In order for these kind of projects to happen, that this would be money out of the city's pocket via contractors and things like that. And I know that it would cost a lot more in order to do that than you know, the way that they're doing it now. It helps the community. I know that. It's a good thing.
Oftentimes we put people into the system, but we don't give them a means to come out of it or be successful coming out of it. And I think that this is one of those programs that allows for that.
Who wouldn't want to help make something better? And then on top of it, you know, better yourself, you know, as a person. Getting things done makes you feel good about yourself.
I feel good, you know, I feel like satisfied, you know, in my life. Maybe in a couple of years later, I come back with my kid, and, you know, walking around and I'll show them, you know, what I did.
And now take a look at some upcoming events. On March 1st, the Crossroads Par 3 golf course opens for the season. The course is an excellent beginner and family short course that only takes about an hour to play. For more information, visit bellevuewa.gov or call 425-452-4873. On March 8th, come to the March Mania plant sale from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Wilburton Instructional Services Center, just east of the Bellevue Botanical Garden. The event will feature unique specialty plants for your spring garden. For more information, visit bellevuebotanical.org or call 425-452-2750. Surviving a heart attack, what happens next is the theme of Heart Week 2014, which runs March 17th through the 23rd. Leading physicians from Overlake Hospital and members of the Bellevue Fire Department Medic 1 staff will provide information and answer questions at the meetings, which will take place on the following dates. Tuesday, March 18th from 12 noon to 1 p.m. at Bellevue City Hall. Wednesday, March 19th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Overlake Hospital Packard Education Center. Thursday, March 20th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Bellevue City Hall. Friday, March 21st from 11 a.m. to 12 noon at Bellevue Square. And Saturday, March 22nd from 2 to 3 p.m. at Crossroads Bellevue Shopping Center. For more information about Heart Week 2014, call Lieutenant Richard Burke at 425-452-6995. March 14th through the 23rd, come see the Bellevue Youth Theater's production of Winnie the Pooh. It's a touching family story about a bear and his friends. Tickets are $10 to $12. For tickets and more information, email byt@bellevuewa.gov or call 425-452-7155. And March 28th through April 6th, see Sleeping Beauty at the Bellevue Youth Theater. It's the classic tale of good versus evil. Tickets are $10 to $12 and the show is fun for all ages. For tickets and more information, email byt@bellevuewa.gov or call 425-452-7155. That's our March show. For more information about featured segments, visit us online at bellevuewa.gov. I'm Robin Hasseth. We leave you now with a teaser for an exciting new attraction coming to a Bellevue park this spring. Don't blink or you might miss it. Thanks for watching this edition of Lake to Lake.
Woo!